Kame house party.
Hey everybody, welcome to Kame House Party. I am Aaron.
And I'm Vince, dressed up like Piccolo.
You are dressed up. Wait, your voice is so infectious. I'm doing it now. And I'm kind of dressed like Goku. A reasonable facsimile.
That's a simulacrum, as a robot doughboy would say.
Look, we're both people. We're both dressed up a little for a very special episode of this here podcast, which, by the way, is the only improv comedy Dragon Ball podcast in the known universe, where you're going through Dragon Ball. We're going through every episode and iteration. We are coming together on these here microphones to talk about it, do some improv based on what we watched, have a good time. But before we get into that, we have to do a little something we call Kame housekeeping. Got to make sure everything's ready for you, the listener. And the first part of Kame housekeeping is the world famous, UN sanctioned 1 minute roundup. Vroom vroom sound.
Okay, so we took a look at the car, and it's gonna be a little while.
It's gonna be a while.
Yeah. The damage that was done to the car, it's mostly cosmetic, but it is gonna take a minute. So, I don't know if you wanna keep working with us or what. Look,
Why?
we're not Jiffy Lube, okay? We're just some mom and pop, mechanic shop. If you want to go somewhere that's faster, I know Costco.
Did you tell them we're slow, son? That we're slow as hell?
Yeah, Dad. Yeah, I'm pitching it to him now.
Continue on your personal device.
Oh, sorry, that was my robot assistant because I'm very rich. And see. I could have just said, that's Siri. That's a situation we've all encountered. Continue with exploring the fact that you're the slowest auto shop in town.
No. You became a rich man with a robot assistant. And it made me bust up laughing.
There's so much there. Such
rich.
meaty potential, but that's the nature of improv, baby. It's ephemeral. Just like the beginning of the 1 minute roundup, which is where Vince and I do an improvised scene to loosen or tighten our improv muscles, whatever the occasion calls for. And that leads us directly in a tight corner turn to the 1 minute roundup proper, which is where one of us, this time Vince, has to summarize everything that has happened in Dragon Ball thus far. Man, oh man, I am talking the entirety of the original Dragon Ball, 124 episodes of Dragon Ball Z. This is a lot of information to cover. It would be silly for us to ask you to go back and watch all these old episodes or to listen to all of our old episodes. So that's why we're doing this. So you don't have to. You're gonna be prepared. You're gonna know exactly what's going on in this here DBZ world. And I mean, the only thing left to do, Vince, is to ask you: are you ready to round up?
Yes,
Yes,
I am. Ooh, who me? Yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready.
You gonna do it?
I'm gonna do it because
All right.
here I go. So Dragon Ball, it follows Goku as a little boy. He goes on lots of adventures, fights the Red Ribbon Army, competes in Tenkaichi tournaments, makes a lot of friends along the way. He does all that stuff, saves the world from a demon king and the demon king's son. Then he gets married. 5 years later, he has a son named Gohan. Space aliens come. Oh, it turns out they're Saiyans like Goku, and Goku and his friends fight them. Some of his friends die. Then they have to go to Namek, where the Dragon Balls are from, to wish them all back to life. Along the way, he runs into the Frieza Force, including the Ginyu Force, fights Lord Frieza himself, ascends to the level of Super Saiyan, gets lost in space for a while, then comes back to Earth. His friends and former nemesis Vegeta are on the planet training. They've been waiting for him, but this guy Trunks shows up, and he's a kid. He's got all this knowledge about the future. He tells everybody, well, he tells Goku, who tells everybody about the future. Now they are training to fight these two androids that are going to show up in May something, Emergence Day, and now they're still training.
Yeah.
Whew.
Excellent roundup.
I hope I don't get dinged for speeding through all that content. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
it took me a second.
They're driving puns coming in this episode.
Mm-hmm. I'm like, what? Like, wait, you said dinged, which is a car term for a little cosmetic scratch in your vehicle. But I was thinking copyright strike for some reason because we live in this time.
Oh yeah, the Micro Machines estate is coming for us every chance they get. If we go over a minute, they are going to get us.
If you speak over a certain word count, you're infringing on his intellectual property.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's why we can't rap quickly, because the estate of one Twista would content strike us to the ground.
We're out of here.
I could make them a celebrity overnight.
And into the next part of Kame Housekeeping, which is where we let you good folks know that Vince and I, we watch two different versions of Dragon Ball. That's correct. I watch the English subtitled version. Vince watches the English dubbed version, and we do this because it is fun to compare and contrast. Sometimes there are big differences. Sometimes there are little differences, but they might lead us into interesting places. And the first difference is usually the title. So, Vince, if you could please give us the title for your episode.
Oh, yeah. Here it comes. This week's episode. Dare I say, iconic title for an iconic episode of Dragon Ball Z, episode 125, Goku's Ordeal.
What if...
I'm so excited!
What if I told you that one word in there is in my title?
Is it the possessive?
No. Yeah, the apostrophe S is in there.
Oh, I'm gonna guess Ordeal, and that your title focuses more on Piccolo driving than anything else.
Oh, I wish it was. Piccolo, great behind the wheel.
Piccolo, safety in driving. But
the best defensive driving is offensive driving. Piccolo saves the streets. That's not the title.
Okay.
But here's the real one for episode 125 of Dragon Ball Z. You won't find this bad boy in Kai. It is License Mastery, Goku's newest trial.
Ooh, License Mastery. I wish they would call it that when you do go for your driving test. This is your License Mastery exam. But, Aaron, we're talking about it. It's the driving exam episode of Dragon Ball Z.
It's the whole episode where Goku and Piccolo have to learn how to drive for some reason.
Oh my God, it's so silly and dumb. And we're finally, we've spent years talking about it. And I have confirmation from somebody who joined one of the streams over the weekend. There are 44 episodes in. Old man Mr. Matt on the Twitch. And we were talking about this episode back then.
Wow. Several years ago.
Before Gohan was a twinkle in anybody's eye.
Mm-hmm.
Back when Goku was patting on crotches to determine whether you're a boy or a girl.
Thank God he didn't do this in this episode.
But he is incredibly dumb. But also incredibly dumb is this Luke I'm serving. So if you're an audio listener, go to our YouTube so you can get full service on this Luke. Because I'm coming at you hard with it with the post.
Yeah, do a little turn.
Tucked in and everything. I'm a giant man, so I have to get back into frame. And yes, I am Gucci down to the socks.
Piccolo does not wear a belt. He don't need it. He buys pants that fit.
Buys pants that fit. I don't have thick socks, but here are the shoes that I would have worn if I was eager enough beaver to get fully kitted out for these. But like, come on now. See me at Anime NYC in 2023. I'm getting pictures with everybody serving this look.
I mean, you're halfway there. Okay. You're halfway there to a Piccolo cosplay.
Yeah.
Could you paint your ass green? It's just hands and face, some elf ears.
It's hands and face. I get some elf ears. I shave off the eyebrows.
There's other ways around it, but if you're willing to go that far, we'll shave them off.
Look, I've been watching some Drag Race, so those queens go through hell to look that good. I can do this for a day. I've lost my eyebrows once before. I'm not afraid of it. They'll come back.
Maybe a little a brow appliance, perhaps. Some fangs.
Yeah. I'm here for it. The missing piece is I have to get swole like Piccolo is in this episode.
There's a muscle suit we could buy for you.
No, I'll do it all natural, baby.
Is this your excuse to
This is my only excuse to get shredded is so that I can formally cosplay as Piccolo at the next anime event in the city.
And as you can see, my very last minute. Oh yeah, we have to dress up. This is the closest shirt I have to a Goku shirt.
Well, the problem is that Goku button-down shirt with the triangles. It's been sold out since this episode came out. It's impossible to find.
Everybody's trying to get it. There's and I can't dress like Gohan in just an A-frame shirt. That's embarrassing. I don't have that positive of a body image.
I wouldn't try it, man. It's tough.
I would not look like a plucky young man with a pet dragon. I would look not great. Go ahead and say that.
But man, I'm so excited to talk about this episode. We had honestly we had thought about doing an all improv episode for this because we thought
that.
No.
Well, now look, it's staying in, but now people are gonna be like, you should have done that in that exact voice. A bunch of Roshis.
That's our fan base. But like this episode ended up being chocked with some things that I wasn't expecting. It's a lot of fun, and we have plenty to talk about for an episode for sure. So we'll have to table that for another day. You know,
I posted about this when I watched the episode last night, and like how surprisingly good this episode is. It's the best episode we've seen in months, maybe. Barring the movies, like damn.
Yeah, barring the movies, it's like we've been, I think, riding off the high tide of the Trunks v Frieza and Frieza's dad kind of stuff for a while. Because that was so rad. And then it's just been training. And yeah, let's get into it. Because it opens with this way too well animated sequence of Chi-Chi running away from a giant boar. And I mean, way too animated, i.e., you see all of the things in Chi-Chi's grocery bags animating. The leeks, the potatoes, the eggs, the cucumbers. They are all animated in these bags running with Chi-Chi as she runs away from this boar. The boar gores the bag, sending potatoes and everything flying, cartons of eggs. and it's just so smooth. It's all really well done. The sequence ends with two of the eggs landing on the eyes of the boar, blinding him while Chi-Chi stops short of falling off a cliff. The boar then finds its way to fall. And it's so detailed and lush and smooth and kinetic. It's great. It's wonderful. It's way too good for this episode.
Yeah, someone put their whole ass into just this sequence alone. It's kind of, I want to see Chi-Chi beat up this boar. She needs to suplex this son of a gun.
I mean, she's a semifinalist of the martial arts tournament.
It's how, and the only thing to wonder is we're in media res when we get introduced to this boar who wants some groceries. What caused this altercation?
Well, if this is America, it's just the wild boars. They don't give a damn about whether you bought the groceries for them or your family. Yeah. They want what you have, and they're gonna take it.
It's like, I smell that ham. I know. As a wild boar, I know I shouldn't, but it's too good.
Pardon my omnivorous nature, but I love to eat anything.
I'm a scavenger. I mean, anything in that bag is better than the roots and grubs I eat. I think that's what I eat.
Sometimes I find the odd truffle, but no, I want these homegrown potatoes and leeks, lady.
That's every time I find a truffle, some Nick Cage comes and steals it from me. Just very good. Then I'm curious what Goku saw in this in the clouds, because it's Goku relaxing, Gohan's fishing, Piccolo complaining about relaxing. But the main bit is that Goku was looking up at the clouds, just letting his mind drift. And he's like, oh, that cloud looks like Master Roshi. And one cloud could be interpreted as a buxom lady.
Oh.
And the other cloud could be interpreted as a groping old man. And that was in mine. I don't know if you got the same thing.
I did get Roshi in the clouds, but then I think as it cuts away, Goku's like, and that other cloud looks kind of like Piccolo. So he didn't say, oh, that other cloud looks like titties.
He didn't. Yeah, he didn't do his Jerry Seinfeld impersonation to say. He didn't point out that one cloud looked like a lady. But I use my peepers to determine that's what it is. Because at first they're like, "This is Roshi." I'm like, "No, that's a woman." Oh, okay. Goku's witnessing a cloud crime.
Those clouds are assaulting each other.
It's the Wild Wild West up there.
International air, Roshi can get away with anything.
Oh, anything. We're 1,000 feet above sea level. You know what that means? Gohan, you can drink.
Welcome to the troposphere. We can get it on like Donkey Kong.
If you don't see the ground, it's okay to pound. Consensually, morally, consensually, just so it's clear.
Hey, they'll let you do anything if you're a cloud, baby. Woo! Cumulo Nimbus.
Oh, I need those other type of clouds. Stratus? Okay, the streaky ones?
Cirrus clouds. They develop in high pressure systems.
Look, I don't need to know the name of a cloud to enjoy them. It's better when you don't know the names. It's mysterious. I don't know what end scene. I don't know what we were tracking there, but let's track away from it.
Yeah, we can move on.
Because next thing, Chi-Chi, she's still walking. Again, what grocery store? Don't you farm? What's going on?
Yeah, she also makes reference in this scene to the neighborhood.
Yes.
the neighborhood that they live in, and I'm pretty sure they're just alone on this mountain.
In mind, she's like, oh, there's the couple from the next mountain over. So they've ran into each other before, but it's just young, happy couple. All they're doing is fucking giggling. They got an air card chock full of groceries.
that are flying out the back.
Put the top up.
No, honey, leave the top down. Maybe we'll come across our mountainous neighbors and show them how good we're doing.
Yeah. I heard that Goku doesn't even have a job.
Let's drive by and make sure they know who's keeping up with whom.
Goku runs into the house. Chi-Chi's just at the table seething. She wants to pick a fight. As well she should.
Yeah.
Goku comes in. Throw this gross his weighted training clothes just onto the kitchen table. He's like, come on, son, let's go take a bath. They invite, Gohan's like, come join us, Piccolo. Piccolo's like, no. Ew.
Ew. Why? Oh, gross.
You know what's going to happen to me if I get in boiling water? I'll be some
Shrivel
tender.
Nobody wants that.
Wilted. If you're going to, you can just roast me.
I'm getting all mushy.
I lose a lot of my flavor. A parboil maybe. A nice ice bath afterwards.
I'll take a steam. How about that?
Yeah. I'll take a row. Just put me in the oven on high. I'm like 400 plus.
Just broil me for about 5 minutes.
That's good. That's good, Piccolo.
That's a clean boy. But yeah, so Chi-Chi is kind of at her wit's end with having to cook, having to do the boys' laundry. And she's like, I'm fed up. I wouldn't have to run away from a boar and then walk the rest of the way if my husband could drive me, or if I had a goddamn car. Boy, oh boy, why don't you have a license? And Goku's like, well, I haven't gotten one yet. I'm out here training.
Yeah, it's hey, why can't you drive? The other people on the mountain have a car, and that's his excuse. It's like, which is logical. It's like, why don't you have a car? Why don't I have a license? Idiot.
Dummy. Maybe if you weren't running from boars, you'd remember that.
If you trained like me, you could fly.
But that should be the conversation. Goku should say, but Chi-Chi, I can fly.
That I thought I remembered that being like the argument during this part. It's just like, but everyone flies.
Yeah. Well, maybe that's the ocean dub, and we have to rely on Master Researcher Nick to fill us in on if the ocean dub is a more logical Goku than this version.
Not having a license that's a logical step.
True. True.
And then like at that point, it's again to me, this is just Chi-Chi like grasping for any sort of control in her life that has been taken over by these androids from the future. Then she never met Trunks, and maybe this is a lie so Goku doesn't have to get a job. She's like, okay, well, tomorrow you're gonna get your license. So is Piccolo, because Goku throws him under the bus. And the threat is that if you don't, I'm not gonna cook for you anymore.
Yep.
So question. Why does Piccolo give a fuck?
I had that because it's been established that he doesn't eat, right? It has been established. Or was that research that we got that informed us that Piccolo does not?
That's just what Nemeks do. I thought that we just got that in the episode period at some point.
Because he also complains about eating fish for like the umpteenth time after Gohan catches one. Fish again? That's all we've had for weeks.
Piccolo doesn't. It's Piccolo doesn't eat. That's just straight up.
Straight up.
He does not. I don't know. The English dub instead. Why can't well, that doesn't make any sense. Why didn't you just have him like complain about like, why are we taking a break? We should be training. That's his whole thing.
Right. That's his whole thing. Is that he's all about training for the impending doom that these androids are bringing.
We don't have time
So
to
why
live in
make him a
clouds.
patsy to Goku's just I love food? And maybe it's Piccolo reacting to the idea of if Goku doesn't eat, we can't train.
Maybe it's like, or maybe he's. I mean, why would he just drinks water? Why would he judge on eating a fish again?
Here's the kicker. Piccolo doesn't know how to make his own water.
Chi-Chi puts a lemon in it. The right amount of ice cubes. I can't do that.
I'm too busy thinking about training. When I do it, I end up putting salt in it somehow.
Plus I'd feel weird. I'm still a guest here. I don't want to just rummage through the cupboard. I know they said it was fine, but still.
Get your own glass at somebody else's house?
No.
7 years of bad luck. No,
Yeah,
thank you.
what if I break it?
But like, yeah, that is the big question. Why does Piccolo even care? How did he get roped in? But F it, because Aaron, we get a quick cut to our boys
All the explanation we need, baby.
at the driving school, which is a really cool driving school.
It's gigantic.
It's got its own highway system.
There are Hot Wheel tracks everywhere.
Yes. Oh, and we meet our instructors. Here we go. The oldest man in the world. And the seemingly nice lady who, after, Piccolo, he gets in the car, he puts on his seatbelt. There's some comedy, and the seatbelt retracts and hits him in the face.
He is full of flop sweat
Oh, yeah.
during the
It's so
beginning of
good.
this. He's very nervous.
He's so nervous. And the Piccolo's instructor takes the wheel and is like, yeah, baby. And just pedal to the metal up to a stoplight. And then proceeds to blast through the stoplight when it turns green. It's very fun.
It is. I'm upset they didn't keep going with that. They just did that for like that one bit of like, oh, here's a nice young woman. She'll drive safely, daintily. I wish they hit that a few more times. In my version, this woman who said like 2 sentences to him, in his head, he's like, I'm supposed to learn driving from this chatterbox.
Piccolo. Oh, I was not expecting that, Dick.
What are you doing?
Yeah.
The old man talked way more than this.
Yeah, and oh man, I don't know. Like Piccolo just is nervous. I think they under vocalized Piccolo in mine, and it seems like they over vocalized him in that scene for yours. Which is rare. It's usually the opposite way. And speaking of opposites, this old man is so weak he can't open the door. And in the English version, his line to Goku is, the first item of it to learn is how to open the door. And Goku falls out. He falls dead. He's like, oh.
Why? I mean, I guess good for Funimation for not being ageist. Because in mine, it's like, all right, time to hop in. I'm sorry, young man. Could you open the door for me? I can't open it because I'm weak and old. And that's what causes Goku to do an anime fall to the ground.
I see what they're doing there. I think I'm going to pick my version on this because it ends up being funnier because it's almost like Goku is like, oh, this guy is so bad at his job. I have to teach him how to open a door. But we'll come back to that after this cut to Capsule Corp, where Pan Chi, Bulma's mom, is still gushing over that Vegeta.
Love that Vegeta.
That Vegeta, he's working so hard, and now Mr. Briefs is in on it. He's like, yes, dear, that Vegeta, he's doing very well. I saw him training in 400 times Earth gravity. Very impressive.
There's a line from Panchi and mine where she says, quote, Mama misses him.
Mama misses him. Oh, baby.
That's no, Panchi. No, you don't know what it's like here in the 2020s. You can't say that.
Panchi, you can't do this to people. Somebody's blood pressure is going to go through the roof.
There's nose coming out of a bunch of people's noses. There's
Oh,
blood coming out of a bunch of people. Not noses coming out of noses.
They're that horny that more noses are coming out, filled with blood. They're like little blood rockets.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're calling you out.
Who, me? Don't
you.
reveal my secrets.
But yeah, Bulma is like, oh, he's still a stubborn guy, and I don't like him for those reasons.
It's like because he's a freak who loves fighting. He's just a real maniac psycho.
And talk about going psycho. The animation on Vegeta training is going psycho.
Just doing a bunch of flips.
We got full wides of Vegeta doing all kinds of somersaults and flips in this chamber. And it looks great. I can't get over this episode looking so good every time they have to move something
very
around.
good. It's animated very well. I'm sure we talked about this when Goku was training in there, but it's gotta stink. It's gotta stink so bad.
It's gotta smell awful. Because it also smells like Yamcha's failure in there.
I've been trying to punch Yamcha's stink out of here for weeks. It won't leave. It lingers.
Hey, old man, can you get this nerd smell out of the pod?
I'm working on a vacuum, Vegeta. That will take out the stink. But it's really hard when my wife just keeps talking about you. Won't you just come in for dinner at some point, please?
Absolutely not. And make sure that this vacuum sucks twice as hard as Yamcha does.
Oh, that an infinite amount of suck times 2? I think that's scientifically impossible.
Listen here, old man. You have to push past your limits to give me what I want. And that's a Yamcha-free zone to train in.
Wait, I don't know. Maybe if I put a bunch of Mr. Clean magic erasers together and use that as the core. You're right, young alien man.
Did you just call me son?
I mean, one day. I mean, I wouldn't hate it. How'd it feel?
I'm used to Prince, but son works just as good. Wink.
Wait, did your father never call you son? What did he call you?
Prince, warrior,
Makes
elite
sense.
fighter, soldier, the pride of the Saiyan race, but he never called me son.
Vegeta, here, I'm going to put my arm around you.
Oh,
I'm going to reach through the screen where the screen cuts off. There we go. A nice visual gag for everyone.
I hope everybody's watching this on YouTube.
Pat. Look, if that's all those terms of endearment seem like a lot of pressure for a young man, and just, being a son's just being you.
Just
Nothing more, nothing less.
Just being me. Wow.
I mean, but if you want that to legally be my son, you do have to marry my daughter.
What? Mary? What is that? Oh, you know what? Now I'm smelling more Yamcha than ever. Back to
he did.
scientist.
Oh, I saw. He's out by the window peeking in again. He heard Mary and Bulma and got real excited.
Oh,
is she ready to marry me yet?
He looks like a scared fish in a tank.
Oh, good. Yeah, that's a very good visual gag again.
He was mouthing the glass like one of those sucker fish.
Emphasis on suck. Hey-o.
Nice one, Dad.
You too, son.
And
scene.
scene.
Look, that's and that's how.
That's it. That's
how it happened.
That's how it happened.
Back back on a mountain, Gohan studying / doodling. And I'm just going to read it. He drew his dad. He drew Piccolo. They're in a car. Piccolo's very angry. It's a very nice doodle. Look, folks, the offer's still on the table. I posted this years ago. But if we ever, and this is a revelation of how I get, depending on how you look at it, how good or bad we're doing as a podcast. If we ever get 10,000 downloads a month, I'm getting that little doodle tattooed on me.
Ooh, you know what?
It's going
Sign
on the
me
thigh. Wait, is
Sign
this
me up.
happening?
This is happening.
A
You
double
and me,
tattoo?
we're gonna get matching tattoos of that doodle if we start hitting 10,000 downloads a month.
You got, come on, folks, don't you? And then, I mean, look, that's extra content. That's gotta be a video. We got to get it at the same time.
That's a whole day and a half of content that we'll be putting out there. And speaking of half days, Gohan is I guess maybe matching that. He's like halfway through his studies when Chi-Chi rolls in and is like, "Oh, you've been working so hard today. Here's some juice for my little study man."
Study man, that sounds cool. But what if it was Seiya man?
Gohan, that sounds like some kind of weird foreshadowing.
Huh? I haven't got to what that is yet in my literature books.
Then I guess you have to keep studying, and I won't distract you any further.
Plus, we're really hitting STEM hard, and I don't know, maybe I should get the arts in there.
Arts?
You know, literature, theater, even art appreciation, art
Okay.
history.
Better not be the martial variety, young Gohan.
I mean, those arts do have a fascinating history.
You know what, Gohan? I'm just going to leave you to your studies until you learn about foreshadowing, and then I'll be back. But you're being such a good boy. I hope you enjoy this half glass of orange juice.
Thank you. Not too much.
Chi-Chi walks out, closes the door.
Icarus, let me run to the window, give you a sweet kiss. Oh, don't bite. Don't. Thank you for suddenly growing lips. Dragons, I guess. Hey, I got an idea. Let's go to commercial. Hey everyone, just want to remind y'all that we have a Twitch channel, twitch.tv/Kame House Party. And if you normally don't hang out with us because you're like, ew, video games, gross. No Dragon Ball fan likes video games. Well, you're in luck because we're gonna go on back to DBZ Kakarot, the game that swept the nation for a while. Why are we doing this? There's some new content.
Oh, yeah. DLC 4 or 5 of 6 of the season pass is upon us. Bardock is now part of Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, and we're going to be going through that little story to figure out what Goku's dad was like in his heyday. You know what I mean? And it's going to be a lot of fun. There's a PS5 release of DBZ Kakarot, so we've got that to kind of talk about and have fun with. And you know, Aaron, there's going to be Card Warriors, and we have to see if it's going to melt my PlayStation 5 like it tried to melt my PS4. And all that's going to be on our Twitch channel, twitch.tv/Kame House Party at 8 p.m. every Thursday.
I gotta ask. I remember last time there may have been a limit, a level.
There is no level cap. It's a separate story instance, so we don't have to worry about gaining 130 levels in an hour.
Okay, good. All right, so definitely we're gonna be Bardock. Come join us on Thursday. And now back to the show. Let's fly off. That's it. Yeah, that's my idea is to leave.
Yeah, I thought his idea was like, because he was so wide-eyed. For some reason, Aaron, I thought he was going to have Icarus take his place and study in the
You
chair.
wear this tank top,
Yep.
drink this juice.
Chi-Chi would have walked in at Icarus in a bowl cut wig.
That's my Gohan, scaly. Has a tail. Yep. Oh, I see his tail grew back.
He's nearly a ton. He's about 5,000 pounds.
Mm-hmm. He's great at math.
Oh my! These scores. Go on.
Yep. Gohan licking my face. Normal.
Normal sandpapery tongue.
Dragon's got to have that sandpaper tongue.
How else they getting them scales off?
Mm-hmm. If fishes clean themselves, that's how it would happen.
Exactly.
This is what I want to believe. Vince, I have a story about juice.
Oh, hit me. I'm a recline.
So, what my brother would do with his kids is they're like, we want apple juice, which is just don't give your kids juice. I'm not a parent, but just if you don't want them to have it for every meal, just don't give it to them. So, is what I've discovered. But he gets some apple juice. But what they used to do is they do half apple juice, half water. They'd cut it.
Ooh,
One,
that juice is stepped on.
Mm-hmm. One, make it last longer. Two,
Check.
less sugar.
Check.
Then one day, he's just not thinking. Gives them the full Monty of juice. It's 100% pure. And this kid,
no!
my little nephew looks at him like, you motherfucker. You've been lying to me. I don't think he didn't say that, but like, he knew the difference.
Oh, yeah.
You can't go back.
You can't go back because
ruined.
then he's going to be asking, hey, Dad, why is the juice doesn't taste the same? Why am I so itchy, Dad?
Why is one juice delicious and the other is like, you just passed it by a bunch of apples hoping to get the essence in there.
This juice tastes like it was next to an apple.
This juice is not on the loose. And that's what I need in my beverage.
Oh, but that's great. That's a great strategy for all you parents. Cut that ish.
You can never
Don't mess up.
You should just do it at the source. Get 2 jugs, so you don't have to. You can give your kids juice. You know what? I don't know why I'm trying to parent these parents. It's just give them whatever they want. Fuck it.
They're kids. If juice is the addiction, look, I turned out okay. I still drink juice. I drink too much juice. God damn it.
I've never been a juice drinker, and I think part of it is it was always a special treat. We're a Kool-Aid house.
Yeah,
growing up.
It was always good. In the UK though, their juice they call it squash. It's like it's
interesting.
A more popular kind of juice because it's like more concentrated, but you're supposed to pour it into a glass with water.
Interesting.
And we did a lot of the sugar-free Kool-Aid packets in my house.
That's probably good.
The blue stuff.
No, all sugar. I'm old enough to where it's like, give your kids sugar. They need it.
It's how they're gonna cope.
It's part of a healthy breakfast.
Giant glass of sugary orange juice.
Eat a bowl of chocolate. Have unadulterated orange juice. Toast with jam and butter.
Oh, that it is a delicious combo.
One egg.
Almost as delicious as this combo of road to road vehicles, Goku versus Piccolo, as we've continued their saga of learning how to drive. Piccolo seems to be getting the hang of it. He drives nice and slow, kind of like an old lady. And then we kind of cut to see Goku having the hardest time
Mhm.
figuring out gas, brake, reverse, how to turn the car on.
Before we go to Goku, I don't
Yeah.
think we mentioned it yet, but this is the thickest
Oh yeah.
Piccolo we have seen ever. As soon as they had to give him a new set of clothes, the animators were like, I guess he's this big.
The scale of Piccolo has jumped up because he is comically large in this car. Like the wheel is like, I can't even, if you're watching, it's me grabbing onto my microphone.
Mhm.
That's how small it is in comparison to Piccolo. He's jutting
He-
out of the top of that car.
They should have just kept this as his design.
Mm-hmm.
And then, so like, he throws his hat off like John Cena when he's about to get into a fight.
Da, 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 da.
Cut little
Da,
holes for his
da, da,
antennae.
da, dun, 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 dun.
You can't see me. My time is now. Sell.
What? I can't see him,
That's right. I'm too fast.
and I'm too furious.
Now to see some sick kids in the hospital and then beat their ass. They requested it. That's the wish.
You know what? That'd be a great wish. I want to be beaten up by the Piccolo.
Well, that would mean that they have to somehow make Piccolo a real person.
That's what I want. That's what I want the Make-A-Wish to turn into, where they like just somehow turn everything that a kid really wants into a real thing.
We ruin the tides and the gravity of our planet, but here you go, kid. The moon is literally made of cheese now. Have at it.
Hello, sick child. You wanted to drink the ocean with a giant straw? We've made it possible.
Mm-hmm. Drink out.
Our
No,
our
you
planet
finish
is
it.
now a desert, but you must drink it all. This was
We
your
gave-
wish.
We put a little black hole in your tum tum so you could do it. You got to do it quick or you're gonna implode.
Maybe that's why we've been making such strides in nuclear fusion and with the Hadron Collider. It's all to service some kids Make-A-Wish in time.
And to put a spotlight on John Cena, I think he is the celebrity that has fulfilled the most Make-A-Wish
That's really cool.
request.
That's so
God-
good.
God
Good
bless
for
him.
him. I salute you, Mr. John Cena, even
And
though
he salutes you
I,
back. That's
and
his
I
gimmick.
can't see you, and I don't know where you are.
John Cena, if you're in the room, thank you so much for seeing those children.
I leave a turnbuckle open for John Cena at the table
Yeah, during Passover,
during Passover.
the pay-per-view that happens in December.
Tune in for the Passover pay-per-view. Oh man.
Okay, Goku.
Yes.
In mine, it's an we haven't had a good pun in a minute, so here we go. Goku doesn't know how to make the car go. He keeps forgetting what pedals do. And the old man is like, just press the accelerator. And then Goku gives himself the sniff check. Says, I don't smell like sweat because I guess the smell of sweat, asakuse, is similar to accelerator. So that's where Goku
little
messed up.
kawaii
Mhm.
scenario. I like that. I like that pun. There is a pun in mine, but it's a little later in the sequence. For me, that sequence is like Goku just can't figure out gas and brake, and he doesn't know where the ignition is. And the instructor was like, "You stink at this," and Goku then sniffs. He's like, "No, I don't smell anything. Am I not doing a good job?"
It's like, no. Again, the instructor gets so mad. He stretches his neck like E.T. Again, they didn't have to do this.
They really didn't.
It's a filler episode, boys. No one cares. Make
Mhm.
them. It's about them driving. Who gives a shit?
This could all have been simple, like, animation cells of them driving with dialogue that we see from afar. That could have been the whole bit of this. But no, they went through the painstaking effort to animate these floating cars, the cones, the other driving students. And this is why I was freaking out at this campus that they have. Because there are tracks every. They have their own tunnel system, which we see.
I don't know if we mentioned this, but it's the instructors have Capsule Corp right there on their shirt. This is a Capsule Corp sponsored event. You can't call in a favor, or maybe that's what Chi-Chi did. Bulma, I don't want to pay this driving tuition for these knuckleheads. Can you get them in?
Hook a brother up with a driving scholarship. Give them the athletic scholarship for the driving school.
Look, they'll play one season of ball, and then their driving school is paid for.
But yeah, it's a good point. They are Capsule Corp employees, and they work for Bulma. But here we go. Goku's starting to get the hang of it. They're on the highway. He's like, yeah, I can hit the accelerator just fine now. The Piccolo's in the other car. His instructor is like, well, Mr. Piccolo, you're on the highway. You don't have to drive like you're an old lady. And as Goku passes him, Goku's like, woo, look at this, Piccolo. I'm going faster than you. And then Piccolo's like, is that a challenge? And then they just race. They race for their lives. It's so funny because they are just going absolutely ham on this closed circuit racetrack that they have.
Did we miss the part where Goku's in the tunnel and the instructor's like, you got to cut the wheel, Goku. You got to cut into the curve. And then Goku's like, are you sure? And then he karate chops the wheel off.
So
like, I did
perfect timing.
I Amelia Bedealed it.
I didn't get that at all. I didn't understand why Goku chopped off the wheel when in mine, the instructor says, cut the ignition. Goku, cut the ignition. And then Goku cuts the wheel. Because he doesn't know what the ignition is.
Because he's double, I guess, like, that just makes him double stupid. Yeah,
they make Goku real dumb.
He is Amelia Bedelia-ing up and down this place. Goku, you know what sayings are. Saying like me?
Oh, God.
Goku.
No. Just squirting it with a water bottle. No. No.
Get off the table.
Oh.
I know you want to be high, because that's how Saiyans do their hierarchy. But I'm top cat.
I'm the tallest Saiyan alive.
Okay, Vince. If you got higher than here's what I want you to do. I want you to do major home renovations to make a very long but very high platform. That is for you. I want you to go up there and I want to see what your cats do. How mad are they?
Oh, look, I can tell you because I do have a cat wall. I have a wall thing that my cats get on. So it is higher than I am, but I can stand on my couch to get eye level with them up there. They don't like it. My oldest doesn't like being touched up there. She says, I am the regal cat. I'm the boss right now. You're all my subjects. Do not touch me. Get down from here, human. And then I usually relent because I don't want to get scratched the F up.
Will she hiss if you go there long? If you stare long enough?
If I get in her space, the revolt is happening already. It's okay, cat. I'm just lowering my chair. There we go. That's what they wanted.
I'm the cat tin now. Piccolo. So Piccolo and Goku have a crash.
Yeah.
After the race to the city. And then after all, Gohan, and the only thing that like Gohan's big idea again was like, let me go watch my dad and my other dad race through the fence. That's his whole. That's the whole bit.
That's the whole bit. That's the whole thing he did with Icarus. He pitched this probably for like 10 minutes before they flew off. No, Icarus, listen. I'm gonna get on your back, even though I can fly, and we're gonna go to the racetrack and watch them drive from the fence. I know it's a great idea. I've been studying.
I'm saying it seems lame.
Well, in my studies, I learned that all dragons are part chicken and all chickens are part dragon. So
Yeah.
But I thought it would be fun. Icarus.
To watch cars. Why don't we just
Yeah.
smoke instead?
Icarus.
Listen to music with bad. Wait, okay, you got it. It's me, Roshi. Gohan, I'm bored.
Aw.
Krillin's not. Hold on, let me take off the Icarus mask.
Ah!
Oh, don't. Ugh, you've seen worse. You've been in space.
I
Look.
have.
Krillin's boring as hell. All he wants to do is train, and then at night he just cries about Marin. Oh, you thought Roshi forgot? Oh, he'll never forget her.
Ew, I know what that means.
What's it mean, Gohan? I'm doubling down.
It means inappropriate stuff.
Yeah, yeah, you're right.
You like her body.
You know what? When you say it, yeah, that's gross. I shouldn't do that. But Gohan, let's go hang out. We'll look. We'll smoke stogies, drink beer. We'll listen to music with bad words in it. All the cool stuff.
No, I don't know if my mom will like that. Also, what'd you do with the real Icarus?
Oh, I just got this cost. He's right here. Come out, Icarus. See, that's his voice. You thought the dragon could talk?
I did. Oh. I hope my mom doesn't find out that I was duped by an old man she doesn't like.
Yeah, don't tell your mom I was here because she hates me. Even though I let her borrow that fan one time, I think that was it.
Yeah, mom talks about the Bancho fan. And she also told me that you asked for something really inappropriate.
Did I? It's hard to go on. It's super hard. When you've been doing this for as long as I have, I'm going to say almost 7 years.
Doing what? Being a creep?
God damn. You're really cray to me.
Crandom.
Hope the old heads are appreciating some of this.
And scene. Oh, I can't be low status like this anymore. I gotta raise my chair up.
Yeah. No, you're the top cat of this podcast.
Oh. So
yeah. That's
Goku,
right back where you belong, baby.
Right where I belong, in the driver's seat. Now I guess it's the next day, or is it later that afternoon? Goku and Piccolo get one more chance per the instructor. This is your last chance to impress me. So now they are highway driving on the rain. For beginners, this is very difficult. But Goku, he seems to have it under control. But there is a bus full of children in front, and Goku can't help himself but wave. He gets docked a point. He looks over at the instructor to complain, docked even more points.
He got suddenly harsh.
Yeah,
but
so mad at Goku.
They crashed these two cars. At this point, it's like, no, you're not getting a license. You owe us money.
Yes. You're going to be changing tires here for the next month to pay off this car you wrecked. But then, so the bus full of kids ends up getting tangled in a landslide. And this is where I wanted to know what happened in your episode.
Okay.
Because Goku witnesses this and then slams his car in reverse into Piccolo's car. Was there an explanation for that move?
In reverse?
Yeah. Or did Goku hit the brakes and that's why Piccolo hit him?
I thought he just hit the brakes.
Okay, maybe I just misinterpreted that.
Maybe that part's a little fuzzy. It wasn't No, it didn't stand out to me.
Okay. Fair. I rest my case, Your Honor.
But Goku does fly out the windshield. Piccolo has the sense to open the door.
Mm-hmm.
Flash
Again, all of this is like really well animated. There's not a slouchy part of this sequence.
But yeah, they save the day. They both catch the bus. Piccolo holds the bus up while they both blast the mudslide. Extremely well animated. And then, the sun, the clouds clear, the sun comes out. The school children are thankful. The instructor's like, "You two are incredible. We don't need to teach you anything." And they're both like, "Oh, so we'll get our licenses, right?" And in mind, the old man's like, "You're both that powerful. You don't need a driver's license." That's the bit.
That's the bit. My old man says, "Look, boys, if I could fly, I'd trade my license in a second to be able to fly like you guys." And the lady instructor is like, "Oh yeah, double for me." And that's the end of the bit.
That makes sense, but I wish it was the thing that makes sense is like, "Oh no, you're both horrible drivers. Ugh.
Mm-hmm.
You crash." This was just a formality, but you both crash your cars.
Yeah. They don't. They look. Spoiler alert. They don't get their licenses because they're terrible drivers.
Plus, Piccolo didn't have like the proper ID.
Yeah, he's what, 8 years old?
Oh,
Also?
yeah. It's like, "When were you born?" "Yesterday."
No, come on, man. When were you born? This is the DMV. We need your exact date of birth. So come
Hold on, I have to count on my fingies.
Oh, boy.
Wait, when was that last Tenkaichi tournament?
The last Tenkaichi tournament ever?
Like 5 years ago, 6 years ago?
Yeah. It's like 5 or 6 years.
6 plus
ago.
3. I'm 9.
What? Hold on. Damn, you
And I'm
big
small
9-year-old.
I'm actually small for my age. If you consider my.
You know what? I can't look, child. Look, child. I can't give you a license. You haven't even presented me with a social security number.
Who?
No, not who. A social security number.
If I just say a bunch of numbers, will that work?
Look, I work for the DMV. Let's take a shot.
All right. 6. 3. 9.
Yep.
639.
639. Got it.
639.
6.
No, it's repeating. Those definitely aren't the only numbers I know.
Okay. I believe you. I'm trying to help you out here.
Hold on. Let me look around the room. D, M, and then V.
639 DMV.
That's my social security number. Definitely.
Surprisingly, something came up. And it looks.
Piccolo.
His name is Gigolo. But he's about your height and weight. I think I can make this work. All right.
Change
You're in the system.
J is really easy to turn into a P. Again, the only 2 letters I know.
I'm just going to ignore a lot of these very valid red flags. I'm just going to process this for you so you can get your license.
Wait,
so
so
you
I'm
can get
getting
out.
Yes, take that, Goku.
All right. And you should expect that in the mail in about 6 to 8 days.
Oh.
And yeah, I just need to know your address.
Goku's house. That one mountain.
Okay.
369.
Mountain 369. 369.
Zip codes have that many numbers, right?
Oddly enough, they do in that neck of the woods, quite specifically. All right, I'll get that sent out to you in just a week's time. Okay.
Oh, no. Can you do it before May? I forgot the date.
May 10th? Before 9 a.m.?
I don't know what that number is. I know 9 a.m. I got that down.
Excuse me. Sorry. I work in the DMV, so I smoke cigarettes.
Makes
But
sense.
yep, I can get that all sent to you. We're all set, Piccolo.
Mm.
All right. Thank you for shopping at the DMV. Don't forget to rate and review the DMV when you get a chance. And
9 stars.
That's right. It's a 9-star system.
Perfect. Great. Works out well for me.
All right, and you have a wonderful day, not just from the DMV, but from Dog President himself.
I don't like that guy. Don't ask me about it. I can't get into it.
All right, next.
He flew out the window.
And scene. I don't know why I deleted all that. I just deleted all that.
Did you actually type out other side of mountain Goku's house?
No, I just typed gibberish, but I felt like I needed to delete it.
No, you should.
Oh man,
it's you'll turn into the Freakazoid.
Oh yeah, I would turn into the Freakazoid. That's what happened to him, right?
Mm-hmm.
Type gibberish into a computer.
His
Zapped
cat
with lightning.
Correct. His cat typed gibberish into it. Then he hit escaped, and he became the Freakazoid.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
A cartoon we all know.
A cartoon we all know and love,
Mhm.
and that HBO should bring back, and they should cancel that Velma show because it's bad.
I didn't watch it, so I know people are very upset about it.
I watched the first episode, and I don't like it. It's not very fun. It's not very funny, and it's very cringe. But that's not what this is. That's not for here.
We
That's
got
not
more
for here.
cringe.
Yeah.
Us. Chi-Chi. She's so mad they didn't get their license. She faints. And the fact that she faints causes a time skip. 3 years
Yeah.
is up, baby.
Chi-Chi fainted so hard we time skipped at the end of this episode. With like 3 minutes left of the episode, they're just like, fuck it, time skip.
Yeah. No, we know we all know what training looks like.
Been there, done that. Next time on Dragon Ball Z.
We can't show what Vegeta and Bulma got up to. No, we asked
Reddit.
the animators, they didn't want to animate it.
Reddit, do your thing. Fill in the gaps.
But yeah, 3 years pass. There is a car in the house. So I guess Chi-Chi realized that like, oh, I should get the license because I'm getting groceries anyway.
Yeah. I wouldn't rely on Goku to drive me anywhere anyway.
It's not like you have to drive him anywhere.
Exactly.
Just I guess I don't know. What I remember of Videl learning how to fly in later episodes, I feel like learning how to fly is easier than learning how to drive.
Yeah, there's no accelerator, just vibes. Learning how to fly is all vibes according to Videl's training.
It's you don't have to go through like the system. You can keep living under the radar like you have been.
Or over the radar once you figure it out.
Yeah, if you fly high, then yeah. The plot of Top Gun Maverick. We have to be so high.
I spoiled the movie for myself.
There's a lot of radar talk of like we either have to be super high or super low to avoid radar until we get to this point, and do a Death Star explosion.
Of course they put a trench run in Top Gun Maverick.
That's the movie is like, what if the end of Star Wars was 2/3 of the movie?
Oh, what if America did Star Wars? Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. It's got wars in it. We're already look, wars, love them. Stars? You mean like the Stars and Stripes?
Hell yeah.
America loves this movie.
America could do better than this.
But that's Chi-Chi has a packed lunch. She's trying to offer to the boys, but they fly off, and it's time to fight those androids. I guess next time we're out of filler.
Next time we're out of filler, and it's about to be on and poppin', as they used to say back in the day. The androids are upon us, Aaron. I'm so excited, and I'm so glad we got to talk about this episode. It was so much fun.
Finally, we can.
Finally.
We could end the podcast right here, right now.
Mm-hmm.
We fulfilled that dream of those starry-eyed boys so many years ago.
Mm-hmm.
But I want more. This wasn't enough.
Insatiable. There's some more. There's some. Oh, now I'm just counting the days till we get to the Boo Saga, because I have a feeling you're gonna hate all of it. All of it except the Hercule Satan stuff.
I do know that everyone on the planet dies. And he saves a dog? I don't know.
Bulma and or Chi-Chi slap a world-ending supervillain in the face.
As they should.
A dog gets zapped. A pink Majin Buu fights a black Majin Buu. Yes, I said it. He's black. It's so stupid.
All right.
There's spit that turns people into stone, Aaron. A wizard named Bibbidi.
But there's also a Bobbity.
Mm-hmm. I'm talking about his dad, fool.
Well, look, we can't. That's the next milestone. Let's see if we can get there. Look, I'm just waiting for Great Saiyaman. I need Gohan trying to hide his powers like he's a little Superman at school.
Don't forget, there's baseball coming. Gohan plays baseball.
Better than Yamcha.
Better than Yamcha. Oh, it's so good. It's so stupid.
Thank you all for listening. We're glad we could get to this point with all of you. If you want to talk to us, maybe you have some KHP research, maybe you have your own 1 minute roundup that you want to send our way, you can do so by writing to us at kamehousepartypod@gmail.com. We're on Twitter, Instagram. You can follow us on TikTok for some clippies. As we said before, we're on Twitch, usually on Thursday nights, 8 p.m. Eastern, playing a variety of games and having a variety of fun. And you can also, if you want to support us financially, you can do so by going to patreon.com/kamehouseparty. You can give us a monthly donation. If you go above $3, you get a one-time shout out on the podcast. We'll probably do a funny bit about your name. So make sure you have a non-hilarious name if you don't want that. John Smith it up. There's nothing funny about that. The most boring name.
Yeah, bring it on. Challenge accepted.
I'm Mr. Brown Paper Bag.
I'm gonna save it for when we actually get Mr. Brown Paper Bag subbing to the Patreon.
I'm Mrs. Overcooked Plain Rice.
Hi, I'm Boiled Chicken.
Damn it, that's funny. There's chicken in it, Vince.
Oh, crap.
One of the funniest animals alive.
Frick.
Don't be named Boiled Chicken. We'll roast you.
Oh,
like that delicious bird.
Like the back of a Costco.
But yeah, thank you all for listening again, and I think we can take it away.
Yeah, so whether you are learning how to drive or you're driving to survive and you're in the Road Rules Challenge, you gotta keep
fighting God.
Kame House Party.